And as for those things herein alleged, I have good reason and multiple reliable sources which lead me to believe they are true. What you are about to see is just another plot twist in the never-ending story that I don't care how talented a writer you are, or if you have a team of Mensa IQ geniuses at your disposal whose only function in life is to pull unbelievable stories out of the galactic ether with a D-Wave computer, or out of their ass in the common vernacular. You just can't make this shite up. You can't. Stony and I have done independent research for decades. Only within the last 3 years have we been working together. And the irony of it is, for big tech, is that we probably never would have even spoken to each other if it wasn't for their tube fucking with both of our channels. Now these bags of subhuman excrement have two bulldogs to deal with. 1 + 1 = 11. Deal with it, biatches. To get the full impact of what is presented here, please follow the links provided in the description to the sources of this information. From Stony Stone, you can't make this shite up news. The link to the video and the channel is in the description section.
Oh my. Wow. I was covering the other situation. Everybody knows what I was covering a few minutes ago. And when I got done, I wasn't done. I'm still covering it. But I kind of went researching, and I jumped on some of my other pages and stuff, and something just grabbed me in really fast. You guys need to see this. So, Linda Collins Smith. This is developing right now. I don't even know how to title this. I'm going to leave links in the description so you guys can research this for yourself. But I guess what I'm hearing is that just days before she was Arkancided, she found child pornography on her ex-husband's computer, which we talked about that. But here's the documentation for it. It ain't much of it. But you guys need to check this out. If you're... I'm still trying to wrap my head around what 4 minutes of what I've heard so far. Excuse me, I don't even know how to explain this. It has to do with some person. You know what? I'm going to put the links in the description for you guys. So you guys really need to share this video. You need to get this out there. I think this is one of the bomb shells that's going to put this whole thing together, and it's not getting much traffic because I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but either way, you guys need to hear this. Let me show you. I'm not going to show you. I'm going to play the audio, but I'm not going to play the video. Just give me a second and let me cue this up. You guys ain't going to believe this. This is developing right now. There's more to this than what I'm even saying right here. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to try to put this together without editing because I ain't got time for editing. I'm just going to do it the way I have to do it because I'm a single individual, one guy right here by myself doing all of this and trying to pump all this out. I ain't got time to edit videos. Just saying. Watch. Just listen to this. Listen. Give me a second here. Let me cue it up.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Speak Project. And this is a late-breaking Speak Walker update. We do have some very serious news, and with us is our very own Michelle Walker. So, Michelle Walker, what is going on?
Hey, Tank, how are you tonight?
Michelle, I came in like, what's breaking? So you just
Oh, what is breaking? Well, I have to say hi. So we have a breaking news on Senator Linda Collins,
Okay.
that was murdered in her home, and on May the 28th, and found on June the 4th. And so tonight it has came out breaking. Murder GOP AR state senator told sources she found child pornography from foster kids on Judge's ex-husband's computer days before she died. Now, I'm going to read the article, and then we'll go back, Tank, and talk about the Judicial Discipline and Disability Commission
No.
complaint.
Don't read any articles. Don't read any articles. I want you to get to the points of the articles. So, because everybody's going to be talking about this. So, tell me the highlights of the points, because I want to know
So
exactly.
the article has confirmed that murdered Arkansas State Senator Linda Collins Smith told them she found child pornography made with foster children in care of the Arkansas Department of Human Services on her ex-husband's, former Judge Philip Smith, government-provided laptop computer. She was concerned the video has been made in the judicial chambers where allegedly all cameras had been removed. Judge Smith was removed from bench in February of this year of using government resources for extrajudicial purposes, but those records have been sealed.
So,
there you go.
if I understood this correctly, that former state senator of Arkansas, Linda Collins Smith, she found pornography of her husband, the judge, having inappropriate sexual intercourse with children in the judge's chambers, where there should be no
that were in care of the children were in care of the Arkansas Department of Human Services. And this is what I was told at the very beginning also. And I've actually had said that these were children that were in foster care and that were in his office. That's what I was told from the very beginning as well.
So we have talked about this several times, that now down in Arkansas, Child Protective Services is the Department of Human Services, correct?
Correct. It's kind of we say DHS, CPS, but they're the same. Department of Human Services is Child Protective Services underneath them.
So this is now absolute. There is no doubt what we said now 2 months ago, that Linda Collins Smith was investigating Child Protective Services, and she had the information that would have brought them down. And in addition, it would have actually brought the Clintons down. And by the way, it still will, because all of that information went out to the appropriate sources, not to mention many other things that are held back just in case. And what you're saying is the information that you brought out to us back then, that this judge, who is her husband, that she found pornography on his computer, and now they're finally tracing it back and realizing he was having sex in judges' chambers with children that were provided to him by the Department of Human Services. And this is a common practice. This is our judge. This is our legal system. This is what's
Judge
happening.
Philip Smith, and it was on a government-provided laptop computer. She was concerned the video has been made in his judicial chambers where allegedly all cameras had been removed.
Wait, so she was concerned because where all cameras had been removed, that's where the video was actually made? Is that what she said?
Yes.
No, why though? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why is it?
Well, probably they removed his cameras out of his office so nobody could see what he was doing, and he was recording on his government-provided laptop computer.
Well, so basically he used his computer because there was no cameras there recording.
Government-provided laptop computer.
Okay. So this is essentially what we've been dealing with all the time. You have our legal system does not enforce laws, and furthermore, they take advantage of our most vulnerable human beings, our children. And not only that, but we actually pay our taxes, and those people down in Arkansas were paying their taxes. As one example, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is the real conspiracy. It is now proven. So for everyone out there who doesn't like these uncomfortable details, force your friends to watch this to wake up, because this is the kind of thing that is happening.
Correct. And I just want to also point out, you and I haven't done a show since this, but other day we had a police officer in Arkansas that was shot out of Stone County Sheriff's Department, Mike Stephen, and, you know, rest his soul. I mean, you know, we pray for his family in this tragedy and this loss. But Governor Asa Hutchinson, that day with 1 hour, he issued the flags to be flown at half-staff as a tribute to the memory of Deputy Stephen, which I totally agree. The one thing that I kept pointing out on this day, and I keep asking on July the 18th, why were the flags never flown half-staff for Linda Collins? And my other question to the public is, how long did it take for Governor Asa Hutchinson to make a statement about her death? Not that a deputy is more important. I'm not saying that at all. Like I said, I really pray for his family. But within 1 hour, Governor Asa Hutchinson made a statement. He had the flags flown half-staff. They were never flown half-staff in the state of Arkansas for Linda Collins. And the reason they've never flown half-staff is because the people who are involved in her death are inside that Capitol. This is not no Rebecca O'Donnell type thing. They know what's going on. They know what the judge was doing. They have access to these government computers. And if they think that they're going to get by with pinning it on a friend and covering this up, this is children that have been seized from Arkansas families that you took in. Whoever is guilty in that courtroom, you work for CPS, you should be charged also. This is child rape. This is selling them to government officials, and everyone in Arkansas and everyone in the United States should be outraged, and you should be calling your president and demand change. We've got a major problem in Arkansas, as I've said from the very beginning. Linda knew this. I was telling y'all that she knew this. I was telling this from the very beginning. We are now 2 months out, and it's time to stop playing around, and let's really arrest who murdered her and hold everyone accountable who has taken advantage of the innocence of a child.
So I will say this, and you know, we have very specific people who are listening right now, and I would ask the president and the agencies to acknowledge the passing of Linda Collins Smith and the brutal murder and really the heroic work she was doing to actually expose even her own husband, who was actually a part of something she was fighting against with Child Protective Services and the Department of Human Services down in Arkansas. And they are seizing children and incentivized to take children out of people's homes. And Linda Collins Smith was one of the few real leaders who's actually held an office who was fighting for you and for our children. So I do hope that they acknowledge that by flying that flag at half-staff. And I'll tell you, quite honestly, I do know what Asa, the Governor Asa down there, has been involved in and what he is covering up. And sadly, I do want to let him know there really is no place to hide based on what you've done. And it is well documented, and your time is limited. And the reason why they didn't acknowledge her death and didn't fly the flag at half-staff is when you know somebody's got dirt on you, all you are worried about is what are you going to do to not get arrested and not go to jail and not get killed. So that's why. That's the truth of the matter. Now, a police officer is a great photo op, right? We run the flag half-mast. Everybody looks great, like, oh, our heroes and this. But meanwhile, a woman who all by herself, while her husband is a pedophile and filming and raping children right there in the judicial office of Arkansas, and you ought to be embarrassed, all of you, that this is happening. This is happening on your time, and it is really time to take a stand one way or another.
And there should be accountability. You know, the government here tells the CPS families tank all the time that they have sovereign immunity. They got it from the Arkansas Supreme Court. Well, I got news for you. You don't have sovereign immunity. There are two reasons. Anyone wants to challenge me, we can go to court on it any day of the week. First of all, the Arkansas Constitution says we the people, we are the sovereign. Therefore, there cannot be two sovereigns. So when you are in the government and you're high up and you're claiming that all these families that you have victims, I assume that you have sovereign immunity. You do not. I don't care what the Supreme Court says. We can go back to American Jurisprudence 16. But the Constitution says we the people, that we are the sovereign. There cannot be two sovereigns in the state. So get that. Second of all, when you contract to CPS, that's a private entity. Therefore, you do not have sovereign immunity, CPS workers and all that, because you are working in the private capacity. You are a membership. So for every CPS worker that you grab a child and you take them to someone for them to be raped, you need to know that we've made our list. We've been watching you. We're coming after your bonds. We're going to hold you responsible. And I hope every one of you go to jail for what you've done to children. Every one of you. Linda Collins was fighting on behalf of everybody. And like I said, Tank, thank you for reporting the truth this entire time, because it seems that the state of Arkansas and everyone else wants to hide it. There's only a few, and it's not mainstream media. And the reason it's not mainstream media because they want to cover up what they've been doing, and there is no more covering up. It's time. It's coming out. We're bringing it all out.
Now, to that point, I want to share the actual laws. And you can see here, this is Title 18, USC Section 242. Whoever, under color of any law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom, willfully subjects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. And if bodily injury results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include the use, attempted use, or the threatened use of a dangerous weapon, explosives, or fire, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. And if death results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include kidnapping or an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for any term of years, or for life, or both, or may be sentenced to death. Now, I wanted to point that out to everyone briefly, because this is something we just posted on the speakproject.net, and I was advised to do so by someone very sympathetic and understanding of what's going on in total. And what he told me was this: print this document up and keep it on your person at all times. If you get pulled over, if you get harassed for any reason, remind them that you do not consent. And you make sure that you ask them for their oath of office, and you demand that they tell you exactly what's going on. Because at the end of the day, we have got to take a stand somewhere. They are attacking our constitutional rights are being attacked constantly. And we have got to stand up for them, because if we don't, there is no law of the land. And if we have no law of the land, we have no nation, we have no freedom. We are about to become slaves again. So we have to fight for that. And Michelle, as always, I appreciate you're always in the grind and you're always fighting, and you have been 2 months ahead of any of the FBI, of any other press release, of everyone else, and you've been spot on. And to your credit, I want to point this out to all of the 6,000 negative comments attacking you and trying to say you're this, you're a fraud, all the people that turn their back on you and don't even realize that you are currently, I will not say you are in hiding, you are on the attack in a stealth location, we'll say. And with that in mind, she's beating the hell out of you guys. It's embarrassing. I mean, seriously, seriously embarrassing. So with that in mind, thank you.
And I've been dead on with everything, not just on this one, and you know that. So I'm going to continue to be dead on with my evidence, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going away, and I'm not stopping until every one of you who have done this is arrested. Every one. I can outwork you. I can outweigh you. I will make sure every one of you go to jail. Thank you, Tank, for always letting me have an opportunity.
Hey, you're the bomb.com kid. Keep up the good work. Talk soon.
Imagine that. I'm going to drop these links in the description so you guys can patch this right on in there with what else you got. Put it all together And I want to show you something else here. Look at this. Look at this. It's breaking. This story is developing right now. So, you guys research, and this puts them right in the middle of it. And you know who I'm talking about. This is about to get big. Sure do appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking it out. Share this so everybody sees this. We're putting this puzzle together. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you real soon. Thanks. Wow. I never thought in my lifetime I'd see this. God bless. Have a good day.
Hello, this is Dave from Net for Truth USA, Whirlwind Revolt. It is July 30th, early in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. I just got off the phone with Stony Stone commenting on that video. I'm not going to play the conversation here. I think the video speaks for itself. And Stony Stone and I have been doing research independently for a very, very long time. I've been involved in undercover work for law enforcement since 1972. So I hope this video validates my credibility and Stony Stone's credibility, because we ain't playing. We're not doing this for the money, but it takes money to do it, and your help is greatly appreciated. For those people who have helped the channel, I thank you very much. God bless you. We could be doing other more profitable things, but for those who believe in the state, who believe that elected officials are working on their behalf, please do whatever you have to do to straighten this out. Because this system, this government, this fucking thing that we call the United States of America is corrupt from the bottom up. It is corrupt to the point where it is unbelievable. It is corrupt beyond belief. It is corrupt beyond comprehension. That a sitting judge could do what he is alleged to have done. And I use the word loosely because there's videos, okay? You're not going to see him. It ain't going to play this shit on CNN, I guarantee you. But I guarantee you, somebody's going to jail. Somebody's going to go to jail. And like Q said, there's going to come a point in time where it is not safe for these people to walk the street. We have to do a complete reset. Revolution 2.0 is a hair's breadth away. I don't know what is holding the sword of Damocles up in the air for so long. These people should have been put up against the wall and shot a long time ago. A long time ago. But people are too busy living their lives and making a living and watching CNN and watching all this bullshit that's on TV. And that's dwindling. We are the news now. And they're trying to censor us and to silence our voices. But we have other venues. Stony Stone and I were on Connecticut TV twice already. And we are going to be on a station in Colorado with 3 million listeners. Talk radio. That is coming up. It was supposed to have happened 2 months ago, but the station is just starting up and they have some problems. But I guarantee you, once that happens, the time for Stoney and I to do what we're doing on this venue is going to dwindle. And we're going to get to the people who are listening in their cars on the way to work, listening at home while they're doing the chores. 3 million listeners. And we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Maybe we'll get on Howard Stern on the Sirius network. But that's in the upcoming stages. Now, unless they can snatch the airwaves out of the ether, I don't think they're going to be able to stop us unless they Arkansas us. Should I be found with 2 bullet holes in the back of my head, know all men by these presents that I was Arkansased. This is Dave from Net4 Truth USA on behalf of Stony Stone and myself. Stony Stone has a channel, You Can't Make This Shite Up News. The link is in the description. Please follow him and share his videos as well, because him and I are working as corroborators, so to speak, and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure these sons of bitches go down. This is Dave. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to our backup channels, Whirlwind Revolt, Inglorious Patriots, and Net4 Truth USA 2 Patriot channel. You can also find us at Net4 Truth USA on BitChute. We fly so close to the target, we're on our 4th fighter jet. We will be relentless truth seekers until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/net4truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.